What's up? We're in the playoffs!
Just to lose in the first or second round, excuse me.
The AFC Divisional Round Playoffs on EA Sports. As we'll see Aaron Rodgers and the Pittsburgh Steelers versus Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens.
You'll sit in the bed.
It's time for the NFL playoffs on EA Sports, and we
Come on in, bud.
sure had its share of memorable playoff games in the past.
Do it.
Pittsburgh, PA, and
Do it, bro. I
Hinesfield.
don't give a fuck.
Straight ahead, we punch the second of two tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a
Watch
great
Jesse
one in
work, you
store
mean?
between the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
We were. Well, you got to be there for moral support. You can't let a man work by himself. Yeah, look at my beautiful mark. Why is that?
EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you alongside Charles Davis.
Damn.
Brandon Gaudin.
Where's he at?
Who has the edge here? You got one side that had
Can't
some
take your eyes
extra
off that
rest,
boy.
but
He's
comes in
liable to
with a
fuck
win
something up.
last week in the wild card round.
And it's funny, depending on
No snow games so far this year.
say that's an advantage. You'll take the rest,
Ever
you'll take
again.
the
Global
week off,
warming.
you guys healed
Yep.
up a little bit and ready
True.
to go. But that team that's coming in off of a win last week, they're really excited to keep playing. They feel like they are hot and ready to go.
Here comes the Ravens on offense, and the man
Fuck
in
you,
charge
Lamar.
from Louisville, the former MVP, Lamar Jackson.
And he more than did his part in the wild card win with 3 touchdown passes. Now, he's going to get a bigger test here in round 2. But his unit is in rhythm, and they're playing as well as they have all year long. I wouldn't be surprised if this defense, though, tried to get after him early with a little extra pressure. If he can handle that,
Get his
another big game.
ass.
First down and more for Jackson. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the
No, you're not.
45
Shut the fuck
before
up.
going out. A big play there out of the running game. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw.
That's Lamar for you.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 28.
God forbid I lose, but I'm gonna, if I do, I'm gonna record your, I'm probably thinking about recording your next game anyway, so you can play it in here or something. That way I can put it on the YouTube channel. Spoilers. Spoiler alert.
What do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is
Come on, get off the goddamn block.
This is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball.
Yeah, so I can record it. Is that cool?
Defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore.
Figured it'd be a cool little
On first and 10,
peek into your franchise, you know.
4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Because every time we play, it gets a whole lot more views.
Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
When you
For
find
some
that
reason.
kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards the game there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. Here's Jackson to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll take it.
He was tired. That kind of makes sense.
Ravens touchdown.
My guy was tired.
Lamar Jackson.
Fuck you, Lamar.
Touchdown run. And the Ravens are on the board first.
That son of a
here in this
bitch.
Division round matchup. Now, this defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be
Mama said Lamar Jackson's the devil.
Receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate.
Look who I got at quarterback. Aaron Rodgers. Like 40 years old.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone.
Yep.
Taken in at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. They'll be led out by their highly decorated quarterback, Aaron Rodgers.
And he and his team, they were the beneficiaries of a first-round bye earned by a tremendous regular season. He'd been a little bit nicked up, so he could use the rest, and I'm sure his teammates felt the exact same way. But now it'll be interesting to watch their first few drives in this one, because sometimes getting the rest is great, but sometimes you accumulate a little bit of rust as well. Maybe they come out flat, and they can't afford that in the postseason.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. They hand this off to Harris. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's the ex-Florida Gator, LaMichael Pirine. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Now Pirine. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Give him 8 yards. There's still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down at about the length of the football. On 3rd
Come on, my own blocker.
And he'll be taken down.
For some reason, fucking pulling center on that bitch.
Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. On the give, this is Harris. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he will have a Steelers first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
They'll run it here with Pirine. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Now a carry for Pirine.
Damn. Get in there, Pirine.
There at 2nd and goal. They're mounting a nice drive here. Good chunk of yardage there again. O-line, they've been solid this drive.
They have that look about them right now that says, if you do anything but run the ball behind us, you're crazy. They have really moved it well on this drive, and they want to finish it off the same way. That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Going with a big fullback run, and he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
71 yards rushing on that drive. I don't even think I passed it.
And the Steelers are an extra point
Fuck
away
'em.
from tying this thing up. And that's why you have the fullback, Charles. Couldn't get it into play before with the smaller guy. Turned to a little more power. They score it.
And that has to warm the hearts of a lot of old-school football fans. They love when they get to see a little bit of power football.
Boswell good with the extra point.
5:31, 16 plays. I'll take it. Keep my offense, or keep my defense fresh and my offense on the field and wearing their defense down.
Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Being chased out left. First down and more for Jackson. And Jackson going to have the first down as he will get to the ground to avoid the contact.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and he slides down and avoids
No, I think they had the number 2 seed on lock. They got 12 wins. Or, I mean, the number 1 wild card seed.
On first down,
you know what I'm saying?
Dobbins busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Play action. Now Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. These two teams all tied after one. They go back to the ground.
Oh my God.
And he is into the end zone.
My guy like stumbled, you said.
Touchdown. J.K. Dobbins. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens have taken the lead.
You see where Bozeman even left the Ravens and went to the Panthers? He's a new center for the Panthers. In real life.
That time a 6-play drive. And it's finished off by a touchdown run from J.K. Dobbins. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their 2nd offensive possession. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. Here's a handoff out of the gun.
Free reign.
On the ground there, that's going to bring up
no one even covered it.
6. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Harris. And he'll get it out to midfield.
I don't know. We run an old school offense to try to combat Lamar. I've passed it once so far. Oh shit! Come on, dude. What the fuck?
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down now. It's Harris.
What?
Oh, now Harris
definitely down.
It's a fumble, and it's picked up by the Ravens.
You think it's down?
Set up shop right near midfield at the 49.
Oh, I can't challenge it. Okay.
Thank goodness for heaters up here.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes
yeah.
loose? And is the video
What do you think?
convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
His ass was down.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
It's cool.
That was good, tough running.
After all that, Jesse's in here, tell him to come in here.
And make him slow his pace or change direction. That's often the end result.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. Flush to his right. To the goal line.
What the fuck was that?
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball.
That was crazy.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one.
That was a mistake. That was a fucking fumble for sure. Should have slid. Damn.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on
That
the
ain't no
last
fun.
two, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push
Give me that.
too strong, and that'll be a
That was a
safety.
fucking huge play.
And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory.
That's crazy. We knocked his ass back.
So
That
rare,
first
maybe they should
initial.
be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead
First
and
initial
put
pressure by
decisions
Minka.
from a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a
He
touchdown.
ran.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come up to 6.
About to run it down their fucking throat.
They've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Only problem I'm seeing, they might be bringing up a safety, but they're not bumping. Big Jordan Davis from Georgia. You know what I'm talking about? They're not. They might be bumping up their safeties, but they're not bringing down their corners really. And now they have.
That's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult.
98 speed.
And that will be incomplete.
Tell me how that works.
The long way out there, but it'll be third down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. And with a guy with that type of speed, you do so.
Tell me how that fucking works. Shit, I should have went tight end.
On that play, they run successful.
And he gets this
Damn it.
only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. Here's Presley Harvin now. He'll get off a fairly short kick here. This is toward the sideline. And that kick will go
at the 20.
Right at the 20-yard line. This Ravens offense heads back out there, led by Lamar Jackson. He's got to be feeling pretty good, playing well. Team has the lead, so just looking to mount a drive here that ends in the end zone.
And all quarterbacks will tell you, hey, we love a running game, helps us out. But at the end of the day, they want to rely on their arm. Throw the football, feel good about things, keep things moving in the right direction. Right now, that's exactly what we're seeing.
And we'll see if that continues. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
Trying to stop the QB contain in case he wants to run that bitch, but ain't really working out how I want it.
And now Jackson will look to throw it.
Come on.
That is caught. Rashad Bateman. And he's brought down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Second quarter action.
Damn.
Divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. And he will have a Ravens first down.
This motherfucker's 7 for 8 right now.
Down conversion. Jackson on first down. And he'll go right back to Andrews. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background.
Touchdown! It's caught at the 1.
How about that?
Bateman, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Ain't looking good, boys and girls.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Didn't get a first down.
It's incomplete.
Oh, it was incomplete.
I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to
Wow.
And there's another example, another incompletion.
To throw, it's Rodgers. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold to.
God damn
The
it.
Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Fair
Rough
catch
in the
called
punter.
for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty.
Okay.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
He's taken down at the 20.
Man.
Short gain of 2. So it's on to halftime in this AFC Divisional Round matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. This 4th and final matchup on this Divisional Round weekend. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look back to Saturday's AFC Divisional Round game. And it's the Jacksonville Jaguars who are moving on to the next round as they knock off the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, in our game, we've got 1 half remaining to find out who goes on to the AFC title game. And to bring it all to you, let's send it back out to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC Divisional Round. Taken at about the 1. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And got his man complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. 77 yards. And the Steelers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Well, they went play action there and set it up nicely for him. I mean, he can flat fly, and they hit him downfield.
And it doesn't take much to create that extra bit of space that a guy of his speed needs. If you go play action, all you want is just a moment where the guys covering take their attention somewhere else, and then he's by him. And once he's by him, there's no catching him. As they always like to say, if a receiver's even to a defensive back, that means he's leaving.
Unless that DB is Charles Davis, right?
In that case, he left me a long time ago. Trust me.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. K.J. Hamler returning it. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll go again with Dobbins. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 69 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. An option handoff here to Dobbins. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until...
Well, the ball is out. Michelle lost it. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Well, the touchdown a minute ago on offense got him back into it, and now the defense turns right around and forces the turnover.
And you and I both know if you're going to come from as far down as they have to, it's going to take both sides of the ball, maybe even the special teams, to get involved. And so far, they've done exactly that. Offense scores, defense.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that challenge, a successful one. Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. Well, the terrible towels here at Heinz Field out in full force. Here's 3rd and long. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. And his kick here is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So 3 points, response there to that opening touchdown of this 3rd quarter.
And that's an important 3, both in terms of adding to your lead, but also in letting the other guys know you're not going to just come out in the 2nd half and take over.
Pittsburgh offense making their way back out. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A tackle credited to Deshaun Elliott, the safety. On play action, Rodgers. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
59 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs?
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. This is Harris. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the dart ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris punching it in from a yard away. And the Steelers are within a 2-point conversion of tying this game. Rodgers will throw for it. Throws right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. So they go to the pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 2nd down at 5. Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
And Dobbins, he is not going to get there. They stop him short of the line to gain. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fielded just inside the 20. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He gets it on the ground.
85 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Now here's another carry for Harris. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Back now in Pittsburgh. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now a 2nd down and 6. Here's Pirine.
lot of guys playing this game. There's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Right back to him on first down. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now a handoff here to his running back. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive will take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
3rd down, trying to get a little bit closer. From here, the field goal would be 55 yards. This is Harris. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So they haven't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this certainly a key moment in this game, trailing by 3, 4th quarter with a spot in the championship game next weekend on the line. No gain on the screen there at 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson slings it to Andrews, and it's complete. The tight end has it. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he's going to be brought down short of the 1st at about the 31-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And down he'll go at the 25. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock. And this is 2nd and less than a yard. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. And he'll give it here to his running back. Finding some room in midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles.
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And they'll run on the inside handoff.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And a short gain down to about the 33. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to be down close to a 1st down at the Ravens' 26. Yeah, he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a 1st down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Going to give this time to the tailback. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. A give to the fullback. This is Ron. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Derek Watt, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this 4th quarter lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. So Lamar Jackson in the offense, down by 10, 1:50 to play. It's certainly a tough situation on the road, needing 2 scores to stay alive in the playoffs as they come up 1st and 10. Now Jackson uses the stiff arm, connecting with Andrews. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Dobbins with it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Jackson. Catch made by Fulgham. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Well, when you're... in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Throwing, Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Here's Jackson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
He'll get this underneath to Michelle. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed. And in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
The kicker on for the extra point.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point safely through. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So with an even 30 seconds to go, everything will come down to this onside kick. And it's the Steelers that come up with it. And that should just about do it. Fourth quarter, it felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So with that need, they take care of business in the divisional round. They'll be back here at home next weekend. One more hurdle to get to the big show.
The good feelings, they just keep coming. They get to ride that wave for at least one more week because they have their big prize in their eyes, and that's getting into the Super Bowl. But they have to win next week after winning this one.
And they have secured a spot in the conference championship, and now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Heinz Field.